The Epstein emails are such a treasure trove. Someone built this searchable database. You can just go there and search whatever keywords you want. If you're one of those who like to do your own research, this is your time to shine. All kinds of crazy info. Just have a good time. But I want to talk about one person in the file that has been annoying me for a long time. This guy. Wow. I'll tell you why he annoys me at the end, but let's first look at the facts. Some people say, nah, Chomsky just likes to answer emails. He answers everyone's emails. No. Those are not just random emails with fans, okay? Those are long-ass conversations with a long-term friend. Mostly they were talking about fairly intellectual topics, but I don't think that's the basis of their friendship. Jeffrey is not known for his academic excellence, okay? But I also don't think Chomsky was sexually involved in any way because, that guy is ancient. He probably stopped getting laid when Epstein was still a virgin. But there are definitely monetary relationships. A few years ago, Chomsky admitted to Wall Street Journal that Epstein helped him move $270,000 in 2018. I don't know any detail, but still, why would you need other people's help transferring your own money? And why would you trust someone else to do that? Back then, Epstein was already a convicted sex offender. So why would a renowned scholar trust him to move more than $250,000? Sus as hell. And now, it turns out their relationship was way beyond that transaction. In December 2015, Epstein emailed someone saying, "Hey, do you know Chomsky? He's with me." Even earlier, in August 2015, Epstein told Chomsky, "You are, of course, welcome to use apartment in New York with your new leisure time or visit New Mexico again." How close do you have to be with someone to use their apartment? Especially when you know what might have happened in that apartment. And their relationship is so deep that even Mrs. Chomsky sounds like Epstein's buddy. In 2016, right after Trump's first election win, Valerie Chomsky asked Epstein to introduce her husband to Trump because he could make good use of Noam's advice. Well, she's not wrong. Both guys love Russia. They probably would become buddies too. And she even suggested that she wanted to work in the White House herself. Noam himself was also CC'd in that email, so you can't say he didn't know. Then a couple months later, after Trump's inauguration, you won't believe what Valerie said to Jeffrey. Get ready for this. "Dear Jeffrey, I arrived from Brazil on January 19th, knowing that I had to remember something very important on January 20th. And it was not Trump's inauguration. As I arrived too tired, I kept thinking but could not remember. Just now seeing your email, I remembered what it was. Your birthday! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Oh my God. How many people's birthdays do you expect yourself to memorize by heart? So they're not casual acquaintances that occasionally go to the same events. No. And then she said, "We will have to compensate for it. We'll find opportunities while in Arizona. Do you have plans to be there soon?" They're gonna compensate for a missed birthday by having another party. Like what? Is Jeffrey your fucking kid? Why would someone who spent his life raging against capitalism be close to a shady billionaire who's sexually insatiable? And why would he be interested in meeting Trump through that billionaire? What is going on? One explanation, of course, is money. Doesn't matter what your brand is, very few people can resist hanging out with rich people and get some spillover benefits from them, such as the New York apartment. And Epstein played along because he wanted a foothold in the academic community. An extremely cringe relationship, but not uncommon. But the reason I have been so annoyed by Chomsky is not how much he loved money. Okay, it's the fact that he pretended to be a political scientist even though he doesn't bother engaging modern political science. He's a linguist, okay? He never bothered publishing anything in peer-reviewed political science journals or writing any book built on empirical political science literature. But he successfully branded himself as an authority on political issues just because he's good at marketing. All those linguistic skills helped him market his amateur political views. He's basically contaminating the field of political science with fancy rhetorics. He convinced a lot of people that even Trump couldn't convince to fall to the dark side. If you ever bought his idea that Ukraine should cede territories to Russia because NATO is so bad, just think about the guy's possible monetary motivation and how much shady socialization with Epstein he concealed from you. When he tries to make you believe that Putin will honor any peace deal he signs, just remember his birthday party friend Epstein also worked for Russian interests. This is the guy not to be trusted, guys, especially when he says things contrary to every political scientist and every Russia expert. If you didn't believe me before, now you should.